All right, and welcome back to another episode of the Homegrown Challenge. Now with the Toronto Rams. I'm definitely going to be caught many times saying Toronto Blue Jays, but it's a fun little switch here. Something I definitely did not expect. And we are here in 2029, coming off our best season ever. This is our spring training roster. We're officially a team of our own players. Um, and not just a team, but an organization here, too. And one player to look at here, sixth round pick in 2025. So you guys didn't get to see him. Patrick Forbes might be our first drafted player to actually get some playing time in the MLB. He's currently in AAA with the Buffalo Bisons, but if you look at his batting stats, especially, he's ready to rake. And so if he has a hot start in AAA, expect to see Patrick Forbes named called, and him in the MLB starting and in the field and as a pitcher, as he can play both ways. He's works hard as a craft and is a cerebral type. Gets along with everybody. Just the perfect guy. Is he a lefty? I don't know if I've checked. He's a righty. My life is over. Patrick Forbes is a right-handed pitcher. I'll get over it. Good fastball, good changeup with him, but the rest is also going great. I just moved a couple of guys around. Jim Mungo, you'll remember here. I mean, can play good center field, but he's an infielder, shortstop, potential to be the best shortstop basically of all time. Started in Dunedin last year, had positive OPS plus and positive WAR. Have him now in Vancouver. I'll be tracking his movements as well. But let's get into this season as we look at our spring training roster. Let me just fix this a little bit. We've got 16 pitchers and 20 batters here with us in Toronto to start out the season. And let's get to opening day, and we'll chug along with the Toronto Rams, starting with Juan Cervantes, who I'm hoping can develop a little bit better than he did in his first season in a Blue Jays uniform, but now in a Rams uniform. Yeah, this is how we're going. This is our player development, our scouting, our front office. Oh, look at that. Almost .200 on the record history. This season, looking to be a similar one to last with the Rams, 27 wins. Let's see. Opening day, here we come. And if you hear me talking with my nose, a nasally little voice, it's just because I'm a little bit under the weather, but I'm chugging through, and I got to get this video up before 4 because that's when College Football 25 comes out, and I am super excited for that. That's going to be excellent. That's going to be a dream. I mean, I've been waiting 11 years for that game anyway. Also, because of that, and also, the videos before were just a little too long. I'm going to be splitting this episode. I'm ending at the end of the draft where we do have the first overall pick in 2029. I'm ending with that draft and the first half of the season, the start of the season, and then next episode we'll have the end of the season, free agency, international amateur free agency, all that fun stuff. And that'll probably be the schedule that we end this series with. Obviously, when we had playoffs, we'll have playoffs and stuff like that, but this is where we're at right now, and that's what we're going on for the future. 2 episodes per season. Well, our first meaningful player development update, upcoming Andres Olmos, who was almost a 5-star center fielder, potentially, now not looking like it. We have a couple of other guys drop. Dealman Fielder, who I'm starting out in single A, now improving to, or I guess his potential's just dropping. His potential's dropping, but also his overall is improving to 2 stars as a starting pitcher. So we could see him starting in the MLB pretty soon as well. And we'll have to see Soo-Yen Chen dropping a little bit too defensively. I mean, can he play defense anywhere? Not really at this point in his career. But we'll see. And here we are at opening day. Edward Rogers says we should have close to an even record, but has he seen our team? Probably not. I mean, maybe the Rams, he thinks something's going to change. It's not. Prospects list, though, your Blue Jays are in... Rams are in fourth with Contreras, Mungo, Cifuentes, who I'm starting off... Oh, I'm not starting off in Rookie League because his power is not really developed enough. But Cifuentes, now number 15th prospect. And then also Dealman Fielder and Jake Dake. I really hope Jake Dake pans out. I need to be able to say that name more often. But I'll fix up the roster and show you our opening day roster, and we'll get into our opening day game. Well, here is our opening day, or I guess our roster for the season. These are the players that we're starting out the season with, and I told you Rodolfo Morales would be a big pickup for us at first base where he's going to be playing. He is a 3-star player, and that power combined with that eye is something that, is special, and he's going to rake. Like, I'm expecting 40 home runs. Don't be surprised with Rodolfo Morales here. And our pitching is also looking decently strong. I mean, we have Medina once again. A guy cannot avoid the rotation. We got Medina, Daiki Kim, Carrillo, Cervantes, and Jung Ho Kim. Starting out our season is Jung Ho Kim, not Cervantes. So maybe he'll be able to do better in a bit of a diminished role starting this season. I mean, where our bullpens, that's where we're at. This is our roster, what we got going on. If we look at where we line up against the rest of the league, Rodolfo Morales is okay, and so is our bullpen. And that is it. Luis Carpio, not the worst. Yamada, Suyen Chen, not the worst. Everybody else, especially, our infield is the worst. But we're growing, okay? Let's get into our opening day game. Tied first for attendance. Look at that. So here we are. My chicken has 13 minutes left to cook in the oven, but besides that, this is our opening day roster. Maybe we'll be able to get through opening day within that 13 minutes. We'll have to see. We're facing the Yankees. I think we're in New York for this game too. But the first ever game for the Toronto Rams. I've definitely said Blue Jays more than just the one time I've caught it now. But the Rams, it's Jung Ho Kim. Never made a start in the MLB before versus Chase Hampton. This is the lineup we got. Himada, Carpio, Morales, Yu, Chen, ready to rake. And a couple of guys who are better than the Yankees are beside them. So let's get a win here. Here we go. Opening day. Fit really low. We are in Yankee Stadium in New York. And up first is Hiroshi Himada against Chase Hampton. Here we go. Marley Cuddles, guys. No rain on the forecast. Chase Hampton to pitch. Hiroshi Himada pops it. A lot of our day, as we've seen in our previous opening days now. Strikeout there. Carpio brings up Kazuo Kimura against Hampton. 1 count, and that's a deep drive to left field, and it's gone. The Blue Jays take the lead. The Rams take the lead. Kazuo Kimura, 393 feet into left field. Toronto up 1-0. What a swing. The first time we've seen the Rams or Blue Jays go up in a game. It's now Rodolfo Morales, our cleanup hitter, with the power that he's got. Maybe we'll have another one. First at bat for Morales. Strikes out. Let's see, a lot of those. 1-0 for the Rams. And at the top of the first. Now at the bottom, it's Jung Ho Kim, hopefully to stifle the Yankees lineup here. First pitch for him. Nice. A Ram gets the strikeout. Nice pitch there. Here comes Jose Rodriguez. Lefty on righty, good opportunity. Grounds out to short. Blue Jays now have 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Here comes Morel. Hits it once again to short, but it's a jumping play. Great play by Yamasaki at short. Blue Jays end the inning up 1. I'll be back to talk to you guys once we have some more action. Well, we're here in the 3rd inning. There's now a runner on second, 1 out for the Rams, but Jung-Ho Kim up against Anthony Gutierrez, the top of this Yankee lineup, looking to do some damage. A double play does get us out of the play. And it's in the gap. That's good. Nope. It's just one run that comes in up the double. Gutierrez. Jose Rodriguez knocked both of them home. An open base. Jung-Ho Kim does not want to make this one interesting. 1-1. Blue deep to center field, and that's going to score. Here comes the lead. Good first 2 innings for Jung-Ho Kim. And on first and third for Morale, who already had a. So they're just going to walk it. Scary stuff now for them. They've got to get out of it. There's our Cortez now fully down third. Strike 3. Strike 3 looking. 2 outs now for Jung-Ho. Huge at bat. Bases loaded. Got it. It's way deep, but it's caught. Bases loaded. Only 2 runs. Now we find ourselves here in the bottom of the 5th. Lars Nootbaar on second. Similar situation to what we saw in the 3rd. Jung-Ho Kim trying to make it through 5 innings. I mean, look how bad this infield defense is. Jesus. Jung-Ho Kim trying to make it through, but first he has to go through Christopher Morel. Strike 3. Great pitch from Kim. Comes on Cortez. 2 outs. Great opportunity. Good start. Center field, and it's caught. The Rams still only down by 1. 6 hits for the Yankees. Only 2 runs on the game. Toronto still only 1 hit. Was a home run. And as I say that, the bats come alive for the Rams. Another hit here. This time a double by Yamasaki. Here comes Hamada, the top of this Blue Jays lineup coming up. A big spot here. Can we get something out of it? Slash to the left field for a drop. It does. That's going to score a run. And the Blue Jays tie it up. The Rams tie it up here with the double by Hamada. A great piece of hitting from him. The bats keep coming up. It's Luis Carpio now. They're just going to walk him. Purposefully chasing him. Trying to keep it out of 2-run lead. Hits the second pitches. Here comes Kimura now open. Hits the home run. Here comes a nice single. Are they going to test the arm? Right here they do, and they get it. Kimura with an RBI single to add to his home run RBI. Here comes Morales. 3-2 your score for the Rams. Runners in scoring position. Rounds out to first. Blue Jays take the lead here in the 6th. A home run from Bobby Witt Jr. is going to end Kim's day, but it was still a productive game for him. Kept the Rams in it through 5 innings. I guess I guess he threw 6 innings. My apologies. As we are, no, through 5 for him because we're in the bottom of the 6th. Xavier Isaac up to bat for Toru Hirata. We'll see if anything is there. Yet another one. Mars Newbar with a triple to score 1. Here comes Gutierrez. 2 outs though for Hirata. Really like to get on this one. Strike 3. Strike 3. Gutierrez strikes out. Is that his 3rd strikeout? Either way, the Yankees score 2 now. We're going 2-2-2. Yankees with the lead. Rams need to do something. Here we are, 4-3 for the Yankees in the top of the 8th. Hiroshi Himada at the top of the lineup. Just like 1 strike, 2. He's hitting it to left field. That's going deep. At the warning track, and it's leaped over the wall. Montez denies the home run bid. Hamada almost knotted this game up. Instead, Montez comes with a huge play in left field. Just needed a couple more feet on that one. Luis Carpio now coming in. Man, I thought that was gone. I wanted to walk Carpio. Carpio doesn't have enough speed. Is in this game. Mora now into back. He's had a hot bat in this one. Strike 3. Really huge home run. 2 strikes on him. Strike 3. Strikes out looking. Now here in the bottom of 8th. I'm gonna running score position. My chicken is cooking. Okay. Here we go. Last opportunity. Last gas for the Rams. Young Jin Yu up to bat. 2 strikes on him. Right. Third strike. Strikes out this time straight. Up to our final out. 4-3 for the Yankees. Our closest opening day game by far. Is that Fidel was over. Can do something about it here. 2 strikes on 0-2. Giselle was our go. Strike 3. Strikes out. Yankees winning on opening day. Great inning from Joe Don. Gets them the win. Strong showing from the Toronto Rams, the upstart Toronto Rams. I love the performance I saw from Kimura here in this one. Great stuff. Only 24 years of age. And it was almost enough with a deep drive from Hamada that just didn't stay out. But a good opening day game nonetheless as I go out to eat my chicken. I'll be back later, guys. But a great start to this opening. The great start of the season, a great opening day. All right, I am back. I almost burnt my hand trying to take that chicken out, but we're good now. And look how good this development update looks. Ryan Sloan getting better, Schaus getting better, Sampson getting better, Dexter Rex getting better, Vaughn Nakar, Ken Rees, Dalton Wentz, Roussel Shepard, Jum Mungo dropping as a center fielder. But I mean, that's not really where we're playing him. Everybody's going up. Great development update there. And we also got our first win. We're 1-9. 3-run looks to be, 3 home runs, 4 home runs. What? How do we have 4 home runs and only 3 runs? That confuses me a little bit, but what? What does that even mean? I'm not gonna think about it. Yeah, first one of the season, March 31st, and a great bit of news on the next day with that development update. Things are looking up. This is what I need to be seeing. but he's not having a good year. And has he played? He hasn't even played yet. I guess their season hasn't started. Yeah, their season hasn't started. Except for AAA, who have a win, which is better than what they had last year. Draft pool announcement upcoming. And the draft pool has revealed we've gone on a bit of a streak, I guess. Extra inning win against Kansas City. 4-16 as we are. The draft pool. We get our pick of the bunch. Some more shortstops. I guess this is the batters. Some more shortstops at the top. There's also Luis Ramos of Nicaragua. Good character, not much to dislike from him. Well, it's going to be a tough choice. Looking at these known to be dogged on the field, not entirely sure what that means. John Watkins, baseball rat. I think I'm liking what I'm seeing from John Watkins. He might be our first overall pick, but no, I'm not going to spoil anything. Who knows? But yeah, a good draft pool there. All-star voting will be in the next stop if we don't get stopped by a development update or injury or something like that. And of course that happens because Jung-Ho Kim now has gotten elbow tendonitis and is out for 6 weeks. So Jung-Ho Kim had a positive start-ish to his season as our top of the line pitching player, if that makes any sense. A great start from Cervantes. Anyway, but unfortunate to see one of our top pitchers go down. We'll have to send somebody up to get him. I think a guy I literally just sent down in AAA is going to get himself called right back up. Juan Mantalaba, welcome back to the bigs. And it is May 1st, and another positive player development update. Cervantes improving. Connor Shell, CJ Sampson once again. He is really developing right in front of our eyes here. Randy Seme, Dan Switchell, drop from him. Nelson Moreno going up potentially. Good to see that. I mean, he's sort of had a struggle in rookie ball sort of his whole time. He's not really playing any better this season. Or I guess he hasn't started this season. He's better play better this season. Yeah, some good stuff. Luis Aristigai. Yeah, happy what I'm seeing here from our guys. Costello, Eric Lott. Some great improvement here in our development update. And I mean, we can take a look at our minor league system here. Canadians are playing well. Dunedin Blue Jays maybe not so much. But yeah, great to see from the Vancouver Canadians. Really, getting those strikeouts just like we like to see here in the bigs. So here we are at All-Star voting. We are 7-41. We are third in strikeouts. I think this is in the American League. It's not MLB wide. It's league wide. We've started our rookie ball season, and Nelson Ambrits has been really good for us. Man, oh man. So has Cervantes. He's pitching positively, and if without an injury, he's looking to become back-to-back all-star for us. And then Hyunjin Yu is also raking. His second season last year, he was raking, but not as much as he is this season. His average is up, OPS is up. Really love to see that from you. And, Carpillo's playing well here with his good eye. We have 13 home runs from Rodolfo Morales. I told you, he's going to hit 40 home runs. He's going to hit 40 home runs no matter what. Country boy Rodolfo Morales. And some good pitching from Luis Medina as well, which is something we haven't really seen him do as a starter. So that's also pretty encouraging from him. Carrillo being positive as well. So a lot to like, even though our record isn't as good as last season. A lot to like from what we've seen. Mantalaba, Jesus. 7 innings, though. And just as I say that, a couple days later, Jesus Carrillo has gone down for 6 to 5 weeks. 5 to 6 is how regular people see that. Our bullpen has really been, I mean, I guess our starters too, really been hindered. We're going to have to find another guy to pull up. Let's see how Patrick Forbes is doing here in AAA. Pretty good. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Do I get, let's see, batting stats, not as good, but pitching stats, yeah, he's up there. We do need a pitcher. Yeah, screw it. Patrick Forbes. I did want to yank around his major service time, but he's needed in the bigs. Here comes Patrick Forbes, our first ever drafted player to get into the limelight here. Patrick Forbes also can play left field, center field, third base. Is he going to be our starting third baseman? Depth charts and lineups, and he is. So Patrick Forbes, it's a tough thing to do, play on both sides of the ball, but hopefully he'll be up to the challenge in the bigs. And so here's another development update here, June 1st. Rodolfo Morales dropping a little bit, his power dropping, still pacing for 40 home runs. I mean, Damian Fielder, Jesus Christ. I need to get him in some higher levels here. I'm setting him to high A. Immediately, Ken Reeves as well in high A has been balling. But I'll wait a little bit on him. Some more really great stuff here. Jim Monroe, who's struggling with the bat in high A, but still defensively now he's a 90 grade shortstop. Still, the bat needs to come around a bit more for Mungo, but looking sharp either way. Infante, like what I'm seeing from these guys. I really do. But we're going to keep chugging along to the draft. And welcome back. We're here at mid-season review of goals. For some reason, our owner hates Luis Medina, even though he's having a career year, and career with a capital C. Really great stuff from him. He's been a starter, and he's going to pitch 150 innings, 150 quality innings. We're 15 and 67. Upgrade position, third base. We have somebody who's never played at that position before in our life right there right now. But, we're growing. We're getting there. We can see the growth. Toronto Rams now with the best system in the league. Mungo, Contreras, Cifuentes, Sampson, all showing signs of greatness. And if we look here at our minor league system, another great year in rookie league. Not really in A. High A's been better. We're trickling up. Now we're at high A level. Next is AA. Next is AAA. And then MLB. But we're getting there. And yeah, it's great because now we're really seeing the fruits of our labors. And it's happy to see we have the number one minor league system in the league. And here we are, July 1st, right before the All-Star game. We have Blaine Brown playing well here, or I guess improving. CJ Sampson, time for him to get a call up to AA. Let's see his batting stats too. Woo! He's on fire. Reward him with a AA promotion. Could see him in the bigs pretty soon too. Jorge Barbosa. I mean, still tough. Tough year, similar to, his past seasons, but he might just get himself a call up anyway. We'll see. Barberi, Kennedy playing well. Jake Dake. Look at Jake Dake go. And, happy to see that. Record slipping just a little bit. We're 16 and 78. But we're getting there. All-Star Prospects game upcoming. We're only half the wins of the Jacksonville Ducks, who are the second worst team in the league by far. Creating some baseball cards as we get to the All-Star game. Maybe I should have waited this part out. Maybe not. Maybe I'm stuffing the length of this video because usually they're longer. Who knows? But here we are with the All-Star rosters being announced. And Luis Medina, an All-Star. Great to see from him. He's on track for about 2.5 WAR, 150 ERA plus though. And, right now he's pacing for 160 innings and something that's, he's been 100 innings seasons before the last 3 years. His ERA getting worse and worse every single year. This year, completely different. 4 wins, 4 losses, 3 average runs allowed. Luis Medina, you are an all-star, and you've got yourself a baseball card. Good for you. Let's see if we have any other Rams. Toronto. I wouldn't expect it, and we don't. But I'm glad to see Medina break through and get his due. As we look at the All-Star Prospects game, we should have a lot of guys here. CJ Sampson, who I just promoted to Double-A. Daniel Contreras in A-ball, who's once again struggling. I don't want to ruin his development. Whatever. Jim Mungo in High A, who's developing really nicely. If only his bat would develop, then we would have a star on our hands. And yeah, that's the Prospects game. I'll see you guys right quick at the draft all of a sudden, and we'll do a quick overview and see you at the draft. So here we are at the draft. We got a couple of wins there earlier on in July. We are 18 and 82. Let's take a quick look around our minor league system here. FCL Blue Jays killing it. Canadians, like I said earlier, decent. Dunedin, decent. Other still disgraces, as is our MLB team. Kazuo Kamura, still. Or was it? He's playing pretty well. His average is above 300 and 140 OPS plus, pacing for 2 WAR here at first base. So good stuff from Kimura. Morales with 27 home runs. I mean, he's going to be a positive player just because of that hulking power. He's pacing for 1 WAR. And Luis Miera also having a decent season. I mean, can I click on the guy? Thank you. Also at first base. All 3 of these guys at first base. Miera's had a good start, even though he hasn't gotten hasn't got a ton of opportunities. Cervantes has dropped a little bit in his play of recent. He was at a 4 ERA, even a 3, and he's ballooned up to 4.5. But that's fine. That's expected. Medina still cooking with fire, with gas. And it's been a good season from the bullpen from Nakayama with that insane stuff. Everybody else has been average. Wilson Morales, same there. And you can see we're first in strikeouts in the league. We're not last in home runs. We're not last in base running. And not last in starters ERA, even though we're pretty close. That's the season we've got so far. Hyunjin Yu, second base, cooled off a little bit as well, but he's got injured. We are back here, and let's take a look at this draft. So your Toronto Rams with the first overall pick, $9 million is the average cost. Drew Toussaint, what do you think? Interesting. That's all the pitchers, though. Let's look at all the players. Scouting director recommendation is Phil Idahen. Maybe I go with him, maybe I don't. Mock draft has us taking Idahen. That actually might influence me a little bit. I was looking at Herrera. I was looking at John Watkins. But that potential only being 4 stars is worrying me a little bit here. So I'm going to have to put my head down and take a look at what we got for this draft pick. Because it's number 1. It's a big pick. Well, they may have got the best of me here because I'm taking Phil Idahen here with the first pick in this draft. This may go back to haunt me. I could have had Vincent Herrera. He's good at third base. We need a third baseman. Dog it on the field. I don't really know what that means. And I just don't entirely... Oh, this is a tough decision to make. You know what? I'm taking Vicente Herrera. Joey Bags. Meet demand. We just have enough pitchers in our system right now. Let's get some good bats, and he's going to be a third baseman for us in the future. Let's get to our next pick here. I don't have enough time to really dawdle on all these like I have been doing, but sometimes you need to dawdle. Sometimes you need to dawdle. And this pick, I think, is cut and dry for us here. Or maybe not. I'll come back. You know what? It's a funny name. I don't think he's much different from Dan Mulheron, the Rattler, who relies too much on his natural talent. I'm going to take Tim Holland. Wait a second. I thought that was Tom Holland. Never mind. I'm not going to pick him then. I think Mulheron's the way to go. Demand slot. Meet demand. Let's get to our next pick. This time we're going to take Bostic. Not even going to take 2-second looks at it. I've seen Bostic already. I know what he is. Let's meet demand on Bostic. That's 3 batters, so we're going to have to get our pitchers in at some point. But this is what we've got to do. I also have... My game's coming out pretty soon. I got to rush. Well, we need some pitchers, and the next one is going to be Eric Burrows, a right-hander. I wanted Ludovico Jumbo. He's a lefty, Venezuelan, Italian. I mean, I'm going to take him. His control is out all over the place. Neutral over the top, but I just can't say no to that name. And I get to take Eric Burrows anyway here as our last pick, so I'm going to do that. And I'll be back with you guys after I've made all the picks. Well, here are my draft picks, and I do have to go pretty quick, so that is going to do it for this episode. I'll quickly show you guys here my other picks, my transactions history. This is everybody we took. Maybe I should have taken the pitcher. We'll never know. I'm happy with Vicente Herrera, and, that's how it goes. And that's going to do it for this episode. If you guys liked it, follow, subscribe, do what you need to do. Thanks for listening. As always, I'm going to go play some College Football 25. It is now 3:58. And I'm going to go do that. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys next episode. I guess next half year. I got to figure out a bigger catchphrase. But anyway, bye guys. Thanks.